Hello, this is KF4RDF, and I'm here to tell you about these little family of radios, these RT radios, Ratel. I got a family of three of them. The 920, I have the 950, and I have the RT880. All of them are good radios. The 950 Pro, the only thing I don't like, the 950, the only thing I don't like about it is that it's not the Pro. The Pro was advertised with the 950, and they showed the pictures of the 950 Pro on Amazon, and I just assumed that it was the Pro. I looked and there was no Pro for sale. I did not know it hadn't been released yet. But anyway, that's beside the point. I just had to buy another one. If you're going to get the Pro, it's different. And the 920 is probably my favorite. All of them have pretty much the same capabilities, except for the Pro. It does not do sideband, upper sideband, and stuff like that on shortwave radio. To me, that doesn't do me any good at all, because my whole channel is on receive and recording and playing back so people could hear their radios and what they sound like on the radio. Anyway, they have the 950 Pro only has one antenna connection, and that's good because you only need one connection for HF antenna for shortwave if you want to attach one. The other two, the advantage is they have two, but this one is a female antenna. Your SMA adapter has to be a male going into a female, and so you can't use the same one for both. You have to get two types of adapters. The radios have a nice cradle charging system. They have a bright screen. They work really well on everything. You can see the 920, I've got it on 40 meter band. I don't have an antenna hooked up to it, so it's not really going to give you any idea how it will, but it does. It receives really good. As a matter of fact, all three of these radios receive good. I've got a Texan over there. It cost me over $300, and it's supposed to be a triple conversion receiver, but this does the same thing it does. I plugged them both in when the band was fairly decent, which hasn't been very decent in a while, and these pick up the same signal as that thing did. Now, my Zygu G90 is pretty good all the time. It's really a good radio receiver. It's hard to beat it, but these do a really good job. Anyway, they're all under $100. I don't know. I think the Pro is going to be under $100. I just saw it on what was it, AliExpress. That I think I had it at $78, and I think it's $96 on Amazon. The Pro, the RT950 Pro. All of them have a pretty long curve because, like, the manuals think you should know everything about them already, and you don't. So I spent hours playing with the software. I did upgrade the firmware for each one of them. Had no trouble with the firmware. Had no trouble with finally programming. The 920 and the 950 are easy, I believe, to program. Well, their menus are more intuitive, and the programming software is very simple. The 880 is fairly simple, but it's got all these other options, and you don't know really whether you should use them or what you're going to do, what's going to wind up with it, or how it's going to affect it. It's got a place to download channels for your shortwave, upper sideband, lower sideband, and all that. But you're kind of lost. Where are they? Because when I went back, I couldn't find them. Well, I didn't know you had to initialize the radio when you put it on the shortwave band. You had to go up into the menu and pick shortwave, upper and lower sideband. So that worked out. I figured it out. Took me a while. Like I say, I'm an old guy. I'm be 80 years old coming up, and but it does keep your mind busy. But I can tell you though, back in the 90s, the Yaesus and the ICOMs and the Kenwoods that would transmit on 2 meter and 70 centimeter, and listen on shortwave, upper and lower sideband. I don't even know. They had them that would transmit on 1.25 mega, the band on a 1.25 meter band. So anyway, they cost a lot of money. These are all on $100, and they're just as good as they were, as far as I'm concerned. Now, the transmit is really only good on your 2 meter and 440. The other stuff, if you try it on the 880 to transmit on 50 meter band, and the harmonics are all over the place. So that'd be a waste of money wanting to do it for 6 meter band. Anyway, these radios are really good radios. They're going to come out sooner or later that will have filters, and you'll be able to transmit on HF, single sideband, upper lower sideband, and all that stuff. And when they do, they're going to sell a lot of radios, especially if they can keep them under $200. Because I sure would like to have one. If I had a complete shack in the box, that would be it. I wouldn't even mess with all these other radios that I have, because every one of those are low power radios, 10 watts and 20 watts. I don't have anything bigger than that. Don't want it. Can't put that type of antennas up. Also, I used an outside antenna on this, a vertical in-fed, the SX80 vertical aluminum antenna. Was also made under different names. I got these two out of Europe, and they work fine on everything, even my Vega radios. So if you want to buy one of these, I wouldn't worry about it. They are fun, and if you order the 950 or the 950 Pro, you'll probably get it in about 7 days. That's about how long it says, up to October the 12th or something like that, but usually they get them to you before that, and I think they do a pretty good job. They come well packed and come with all the accessories that you need. The 950, it came with the programming cable. So anyway, I hope that you get a little bit out of this. I've got a lot of stuff over here. I've got a whole family of Baofangs. They make some great radios. All of those radios are good. I know a lot of people hate Chinese stuff. I don't hate the Chinese people. I don't like the government that much, but I love the Chinese people. They're very honorable people, and they make good stuff, and they make it a lot more reasonable. I bet you a lot of the stuff has got the same stuff in the Yaesus, as far as chips and Kenwoods and ICOMs and everything like that. And as far as I'm concerned, what I use them for, they're perfect. So I appreciate you listening. Have a good night. This is KF4RDF. Go to my channel. It's on YouTube, and it's KF4RDF shortwave archives. Thank you.